Regina, are you there? I was wondering if you wouldn't mind helping out with some grocery shopping tomorrow. I imagine that you're free tomorrow, right? So please come over at the usual time to help me. I'm going to be buying some food today, but I also need some toilet bowl cleaner as well as toilet paper.
Hello, Diane. I'm sorry to say this, but I can't go out and do your shopping anymore.
What are you talking about? You know that my legs aren't doing so well and that I can't go out and shop by myself anymore. If you don't do all my shopping for me at least once a week, then how am I supposed to get the things I need to live? Quit being so selfish and just do what I say.
Did you really just call me that? If that's really how you feel, I think that maybe you should go check yourself into a hospital.
How many times have I told you? Aside from my legs, I'm perfectly healthy and there's no need for me to go see anyone.
Hello, Diane. I'm sorry that I had to disappear in the middle of our conversation. I was getting the bandages around my head replaced and put my phone down to do it.
Bandages on your head? What happened? Did you get hurt or something recently? I can certainly see banging your head into something, since you're such a klutz.
I actually received this injury from you today, Diane. I told you that I wasn't really feeling well, but you forced me to go to your family reunion. I couldn't even participate in anything. You just made me cook all the food and serve it to everyone. Then, right when I thought it was done, you came up from behind and hit me in the head with a pot.
The only reason I hit you was because I caught you sitting and I needed to teach you a lesson. You needed to learn that you don't get to rest until every single one of your guests has gone home.
But I had already done so much for you, and all while feeling bad, and besides, they weren't even my guests, they were yours. All I wanted was to get off my feet for a little bit, but I wasn't even sitting 1 minute before you showed up. Then you started saying all these horrible things like just because I send money to you every month doesn't mean I can laze around, and that your daughter works so much harder than I do, and then you smacked me upside the head.
Oh, please, don't be such a baby. I barely even hit you that hard.
Are you kidding me? There was blood coming out of my head. I don't know why you always treat me like this. Ever since your husband died, I've been waiting on you hand and foot, even sending you money every month to help cover all your expenses. I feel like I do every little thing that you ask of me. I know that your daughter got married and moved away, so it's hard to count on them for much help, and I'm not expecting them to make the trip down for everything you need either. But I just don't get why you had to compare me to your daughter when I was the one there actually helping you. And on top of that, on top of all the help and support I gave you, getting hit in the head is all I get in return.
You must really think you're the center of the universe or something, don't you? You married my oldest son, so of course you are always going to be helping me with whatever I need. And you keep going on and on about the money you send, but it's only $2,500 a month.
And you're telling me that isn't enough for you?
I know damn well that my son works his butt off at his job, and then he makes more than enough for the both of you. And yet you insisted on keeping your job even though you knew it meant that you would be spending less time helping me. You sending me that money was a way to help make up for ignoring your responsibilities towards me, and it barely covers that.
I'm sorry, but I think that money is more than enough for you to live off of, Diane.
It's enough for me to get by on if I never want to do anything fancy for the rest of my life.
Look, I'm about to go to the hospital to get all of this looked at, and I just want you to know that I will be charging you for my medical bills.
Excuse me? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something? You really need to get off your high horse if you think that this is how you get to treat people for a measly $2,500 a month. I should have hit you harder in the head. Then maybe you would have finally come to your senses. You'll never make me pay for your hospital bills.
Okay, fine then. If that's really how you want to play it, then I'll just stop sending you money entirely.
Why don't you just go ahead and try it? Just remember that to me, that's all you're good for, and if you stop paying me, I will make my son leave you.
Hey, Regina, where are you right now? I just got home and no one else was there. I'm starting to get worried. All the lights were off and everything. Did something happen?
Oh, Ben, I'm really sorry. I've been so busy that I haven't been able to reach out to you all day. I'm actually just about to leave the hospital right now.
Wait, the hospital? What were you doing there? Did you get hurt?
Well, your mom hit me in the head with a cooking pot. And she hit me right in the lip of the pot, so I was bleeding from the wound a little bit and went to go get examined. Thankfully, the doctor said that it wasn't as bad as it could have been, and there's no brain damage or anything.
I'm sorry, back up. Did you say that your mom hit you in the head with a cooking pot? Why were you even with my mom in the first place? I thought you said that you weren't feeling well and that you weren't gonna go to my mom's family party thing. You even told me that she said he was fine if you didn't go.
I know I said that, but then she showed up to our place ringing the doorbell and wouldn't leave until I went with her. She was making such a racket, and I just wanted to get her away before any neighbors noticed.
What is the matter with her? Why would she do something like that? I'm so sorry this happened, Regina. I should have been more strict with my mom about this kind of thing. And I wasn't, and now you got hurt as a result of my not wanting to stand up to my mom.
Thank you so much, Ben. But please don't blame yourself for any of this. I'll let you know once I'm done here, okay?
Yes, please let me know, and tell me if there's anything I can do for you.
Hey Ben, I'm all done, and I think I've been cleared to go home. Would you mind coming to pick me up?
Of course, I'll be right there. And then I think that I'm going to have a long talk with my mom. There is no way I'm going to sit back and do nothing now that something like this has happened.
I really don't think you need to do that, Ben.
What do you mean? You don't want me to talk to my mom about this?
No, it's not that. I just really don't think that your mom's gonna listen to anything we try and say to her. Besides, there's something else.
Something else? What do you mean by that?
I mean that today, while I was at the hospital, I found out that I'm pregnant.
Wait, really? Are you serious?
Yeah, they did a full-body physical on me and finally used the sonogram and found out. That's why it took me so long to get checked out. But now I'm so grateful that at least I didn't fall on the floor after your mom hit me. Things could have turned out much, much worse, especially for this baby I have inside of me. But anyways, for the time being, I really just don't want to see your mom at all. I don't know if she's gonna try to hurt me again.
I understand that, but I don't think that we can just cut off my mom like it's nothing. If anything, trying to do so might just aggravate her more.
So you're still not quite ready to stop talking to your mom entirely then, even after this?
I know what you're probably thinking about me. Even I'm wondering if this wouldn't have happened if I did something like that sooner.
No, I understand it's asking a lot of you to stop talking to your mom. But I have another idea if you'd like to listen to it.
Hey, Regina, just what the heck is going on here, huh? I thought I told you to go out and do my shopping yesterday. Why isn't it done?
Good morning, Diane. I wasn't able to do your shopping yesterday because, as I told you, I was in the hospital. They kept me there late because they wanted to make sure I didn't have any permanent head damage.
I knew I didn't hit you hard enough. If I did, you wouldn't still be making excuses about why you don't want to help out your poor mother-in-law. But at this rate, I'm going to starve. Is that what you want?
Honestly, I don't think it would really bother me if you did.
Excuse me? What did you just say? How dare you say something like that to a poor old woman like me? You're nothing but a rotten, mean person.
Listen, Diane, I'm not trying to be rude here, but you do have a daughter of your own. In fact, she was there at your little family get-together yesterday. So much of your family was. And yet, I was the one who did all of the cooking and serving. Why didn't you ask anyone else for help?
Because they were all my guests and I was hosting them, of course.
I understand that, but everyone there was family, and I don't get why it would have been so bad to ask for help. Instead, you just put all the work on me and then went to socialize. In fact, not only did I have to cook and serve everyone, but your daughter even gave me her child to look after.
And just what's wrong with that, huh? Don't you realize how busy she is raising her kids all the time? The least you could have done for her was take her kids off her hands for a while and give her a break. I can't believe that all you ever do is complain. Do you enjoy being the way you are?
Regina, are you there? I just want to let you know that I went to the town hall and picked up those documents. It was a bit of a hassle, but I think we got all the paperwork we need. How are you feeling, by the way? You're not straining yourself at all, right? I'll take care of everything at home, so don't worry about that.
Hey there, Ben. Yes, I feel a lot better and more relaxed now. I think all I needed was a few hours to lie around in bed.
So you really don't think you have to go back to the hospital for anything?
I think it's for the best that I don't go. If your mom ever found out that I was there, I wouldn't have anywhere to run. Although I did lie to her about still being in the hospital.
That's probably a good idea. If she knew where you really were, she would probably come over and try to talk to you face to face.
Ben, I just want to check with you one last time. Are you sure about going along with my plan? You know that after this, you're probably never going to speak to your mom again.
I know, but if it's what I have to do to protect you and our child, then I'll do it. I wasn't able to protect you from my mom yesterday, but I won't make that same mistake again. By the way, you remember my dad, don't you?
Yeah, I remember that him and your mom split up and then your mom got remarried, right?
That's right, although it wasn't like they divorced because they disliked each other or anything. My mom actually cheated on my dad.
Wait, what? I had no idea about that.
I know, I should have said something earlier, but I was just so embarrassed about it. I'm sorry that I wasn't more upfront about any of that with you.
Ben, you don't have anything to apologize for. I never really ask about your mom anyways, and you don't need to tell me all your family's secrets anyways.
Thank you so much for understanding, Regina. But anyway, after the divorce, my mom fought really hard to keep custody of us, and that's why we didn't end up going with our dad. But I never got along with my mom's new husband, and only tolerated him because my mom liked him so much. But he was a really strict man who wasn't afraid to punish my sister and I harshly if we acted up. Finally, I just gave up and decided to just accept whatever came my way because it was easier than fighting.
You've been through so much, Ben. I just hope you don't blame yourself for any of it.
I'm not sure, but at least I know that with you, I really feel like I can be myself. And the reason I say all of this is so that you know why it's so difficult for me to leave my mom. You see, not longer before you and I got married, my mom's second husband died. I remember that she was just crushed at the funeral. I'd never seen her so distraught and finally despondent. I couldn't bear the thought of turning my back on her. Even when she asked us to start sending her money every month, I felt that it was okay since she worked so hard to raise us.
Well, you were putting in most of the money that we were sending to her.
But of course I would. I'm her son and she came to me to ask for it. But I can't forgive her this time after what she did for you. So I'm gonna do what it takes and protect you and our child from her from here on out. In fact, I think I knew that I would come to this decision the moment you said you were pregnant. I would do anything for you both. Thank you for showing me that, Regina.
Hey, Regina, how come you haven't sent me any money this month? I thought I told you that if you stopped paying me, that would be the end of your marriage to my son.
I'm afraid that threat isn't going to work on me, Diane. Ben and I are already divorced.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Are you really so surprised about that? You said that if I stopped sending you money that you would force Ben and I to get a divorce. Well, I decided that I didn't feel like paying you anymore, so I saved you the trouble and divorced Ben myself.
You really are an idiot, you know. I must have done more damage to your head than I realized. But now that you've left Ben, you do realize that no one will ever want to marry you ever again, right? I mean, who would want a woman who couldn't even hold her first husband down? You're going to spend the rest of your life lonely and miserable. But I'll be kind and spare you that fate just this once. I'll let you marry my son again if you start sending me the money. Except this time, I want $3,000 every month. Now go ahead and thank me and tell me how grateful you are for this chance.
Diane, I think there's some kind of mistake here, because I've already gotten married.
Wait, what? You divorced my son and have already found someone else? Does that mean you were cheating on Ben this whole time?
Cheating? No, I would never do that. I'm not you, after all. I got remarried to Ben.
What's going on here? Is this some kind of stupid game you're trying to play? So then you two never really got divorced and nothing really changed at all?
No, you still don't get it. We got married, and this time Ben took my last name.
Okay, well now I know that you must be joking. Why would my son want to throw away his family name for yours?
Well, that would be because Ben never wants to speak with you ever again.
That's a lie too. My Ben would never say something like that. Benjamin, you have got some explaining to do, young man. What is this business I hear about you taking your wife's last name? Please tell me that you didn't really.
No, it's no mistake at all. You've already done all the paperwork, so it's official. I have Regina's last name now.
Oh, you little ingrate. Well, go and reverse it right now. Or do all the years I spent raising you just mean nothing?
I know that you worked hard to raise me, Mom, and I'm thankful for all that you've done. But at the end of the day, you were my mom and that was your job. I don't think I'm obligated to do anything back for you. Besides, you were the one who went and cheated with Dad and got remarried to that horrible man. Not only that, but you two quickly started treating my sister like she was your only child, and I felt like I had no place at home.
Are you really speaking ill of the dead right now? When did you get so disrespectful?
Mom, I know how upset you were when he died, and I really was trying to pity you after he was gone. But I've reached my limits, and now I have to do what I can to protect my family.
Your family? Did you get hit in the head too? I am your family, Ben. You can't just take your wife's name and pretend like we don't exist. Besides, you don't even have any kids. How can you choose your wife over the rest of your whole real family? What did she do to turn you against us?
Enough, Mom. I seriously have had it with you. Regina is pregnant with our child, and as her husband and the father, it's my job to be there for them. And it's clear that keeping you in their life would only be a danger to both Regina and our child. I'm making the choice to protect my family from you. I never wanted it to come to this, but I never want to see you ever again.
Wait, Ben, you can't do this to me. Regina, what did you do to my son? He's blocked my number and he says he never wants to see me again. You knock some sense into this man right this second.
Diane, you really need to face reality. If Ben says he never wants to talk to you again, then I'm not going to breach that wish.
Oh, just shut up, you brat. You turned him against me and you're going to try and talk down to me? How dare you do this to me? But you still haven't beaten me, you know. I still have another child who I can go to for money.
And you really think that your daughter is going to try to do that for you? You're welcome to try, but I don't think it's going to go the way you think.
And just why is that, huh?
Well, because I've already heard that you've been spending all your money on gigolos and hiring handsome men to go out with you. In fact, I've heard you sunk so much money into doing that you're quite a bit in debt now.
Wait a second, how did you hear about all of that?
Oh, don't you worry about that. But judging from your reaction, I take it that all of that is true. So, do you really think your daughter is going to help you out of this mess you made for yourself? I can't see it happening. After all, she already has 3 kids of her own. I seriously doubt she would be able to afford to send you the kind of money that you'd be hoping for. But Ben and I aren't giving you anything anymore either. You'll just have to learn how to make do with your savings and retirement money.
Wait, so then Ben knows about all of this too?
That's right. He knows about your bad habit and the debt it's gotten you in.
Well, if you both know how much money I owe, then you have to help me. I won't be able to live if you don't keep sending me money.
I'm afraid that you and I have nothing to do with each other anymore. You'll have to figure this out for yourself.
This isn't a game. This is my life that we're talking about here. How could you do this to me?
These are going to be the last messages you ever get from me, Diane. I've already reported what you did to me to the police, and you're going to be arrested for assault and fraud.
Fraud? Are you kidding me? That isn't fair. You're just accusing me of false crime now.
But you are guilty of fraud. This whole time you've led me to think that you could barely get yourself around, and that's why you needed so much help. But you had your knees replaced a couple years ago, and you've had no health problems since then. You've just been using me this entire time.
But my legs were bad once. Doesn't that count?
It doesn't. And especially not after how much of my own money you had me spending on you under this false pretense. Anyways, enjoy jail. After that, Diane was arrested and Ben agreed to never speak to her ever again. I suppose it's only natural that a woman who cheated on her husband would turn to paying men to shower her with attention. But I later heard from Ben that even his sister cut their mom off, and that Diane was truly left with no one she could turn to for help. I hear she had to take a couple of part-time jobs just to keep up with the interest payments on her debt. Meanwhile, Ben and I have been enjoying the quiet married life and are eagerly expecting the birth of our first child.
Natalie! Happy birthday to you! Have you gotten the divorce papers that I've sent you as your birthday present?
So you didn't get around to reserving a restaurant for me or anything on my special day? I left work early today to come spend my birthday with you going out to eat.
Is that so? Well, that's too bad for you. I'm sorry, but I've never actually planned on reserving a restaurant for us to go have dinner at. I've chosen that the best present to give you this year is the present of divorce.
Is that right? Is that all because you found yourself another woman?
You got that right. Unlike you, she's a young and dazzling woman whom I'm happy to call my future wife. Starting the moment you and I hand in those papers and get our divorce, I'm going to have a whole new life happening around me. And it'll be way better than the one I'm living now.
Does this also mean that you've been cheating on me with her?
Well, I suppose you could say that. And so what? If you'd like to get a settlement fee or something, then go right ahead and do so. I'll pay whatever price you ask of me, as long as I get to be with my new woman.
So you just think that being open about something like cheating is going to make everything A-okay for you? Well, since you're pretty much done with me, you're never coming back to this house, right?
That's right. I'm never going back there. You and I are over with, and I no longer want anything to do with you. I think you're best off getting on one of those dating apps after today, and try your luck at finding a new man that'll love you as well. But let's be real here. There are no men that would be willing to make you their partner, with how awful you look now after aging.
You must think you're on top of the world just because you were able to reel a younger woman into your life.
If you want, I can show you some pictures of what she looks like. I'll send them to you right now, actually. Her name is Faye.
She is a good-looking young woman, isn't she, Ken? But tell me, why would someone as good-looking as her be willing to choose you to be her husband?
The reason for that is because I'm an elite employee, working in one of the largest companies in America. You and I never had any kids either, so that means my pockets are loaded in her eyes. To a young and beautiful-looking woman, a man with a really good job who's in his 40s is one heck of a steal.
You are far too old to be saying things like that about yourself now, so please stop.
I'm being serious about this. Even Faye herself told me that she's in love with me because of my career and money. Now, starting the moment you hand in those divorce papers, I'm going to be living a very happy and exciting new life. Goodbye forever, Natalie. And make sure that you never try and contact me again, please.
Hey, Natalie, are you doing all right? Are you sure you're not too sad about everything? After something like that, you are more than welcome to come and stay at my house. I'm totally fine, Christy. Thank you for listening to me as I talked earlier. That really helped me get a lot off my chest about how I'm feeling, and I'm a lot happier because of it. But like I was telling you before, I feel refreshed after being left behind by a man like him. I actually knew for a little while that he was testing the waters with me by going out with other women. And I was right when I figured he must have been planning to leave me for a younger girl. Things happened a lot faster than I expected them to. However, having this happen has made me understand my situation a whole lot easier. You really are handling this like an adult. If I were in your shoes, I would never let Ken see the light of day after doing something as selfish as that. So, does this mean that you're going to move on with life and start fresh? I think so. It feels like I've had this huge weight lifted off of me and I'm able to move on my feet more lightly now. But I did say that I'm still going to get a settlement from him, so it's not all over just yet. For some reason, I feel like men of his status are becoming more and more common. What do you mean, men of his status? Well, a few months ago, a colleague of mine at work happened to have the same thing happen with their husband. He went after a younger woman and left her. Huh? Is that so? Yeah. She was a complete mess after finding out about it because she never thought her husband would do that to her. But listen, a little while after she found out about this, she learned a very crazy thing. She heard that the younger woman that had been going out with her husband ended up having a scam marriage with him. A scam marriage? That's right. Her plan was to find older men with lots of money and use her beauty to get him to fall for her, all so that she could take what money she could from him and then leave. My colleague's husband was hurt after what the young woman did to him and tried going back to my colleague. But she wasn't going to have any of him and kicked him off her property for good. She really made him feel like a pile of crap in the end, huh? Whatever happened to that younger woman he'd married? Well, the police have still not been able to find her. But listen, about a month or so ago, there was a woman just like her walking around near my house. I only recognized her because my colleague showed me a picture from before. I think she's been on the prowl for another man in this area now. What? You happen to know what that younger woman's face looks like? I do. Her face was on the news as well after that last scam she pulled with my colleague's husband. I happen to have a picture of her on my phone, so I'll send it to you now. This is the face of that younger woman. Yep. She really is one hell of a good-looking girl, right? I think she's got the perfect kind of face that would get any middle-aged man to throw their wife away for her. I get it now. It all makes sense. What are you talking about? Do you happen to know her from somewhere? This woman. She's the one that Ken had been showing me pictures of before he left me. What? Are you for real? And wait, you happen to know the face of the woman your husband's been cheating on you with? Well, he was telling me she was young and very good looking. And after that, he sent me a picture of her to kind of brag some more about her. I have to say, there is no doubt here. The woman that scammed your colleague's ex happens to be the same woman that's with Ken now. That idiot. What the hell has he gotten himself into this time? So that's why she's been around town this past month then. And you're totally right about Ken. He's 110% an idiot. So what are you going to do about it, Natalie? What do you mean, what am I going to do about it? Well, you happen to know now that your ex-husband is going to be marrying someone who's about to scam him for all his money, right? Well, there's always the option to give him a call right now and tell him that he's being played right now. You think I have any reason to be that kind to him? I was the one he threw away in favor of her, right? And, well, I want him to experience what it's like to be thrown away by someone you love himself. Perfect. I was thinking the same thing. I'm really looking forward to learning about what happens after their marriage. When something crazy happens, tell me all about it right away, okay? Sure thing. I'll let you know. Again, thank you so much for letting me talk with you today and telling me all this great news about his new younger woman. Hey, you and I are completely divorced now, right? So then why are you continuing to send me pictures of you and that woman still?
Well, I just thought it was the perfect time for me to send you all of the wonderful pictures Faye and I have taken on our little love excursion. I mean, look at her! She's a total beaut. I mean, she could kill it in the modeling business, right? Had you been a little bit more like her, I might have given my marriage to you a couple of more years there.
You really love to talk that mouth off of yours, huh? So tell me, what does she think of you after you left me?
She's telling me that she loves me every single day, which is way more than you ever said that to me. And she's really been wanting for the two of us to get married already. She said that she'd be in charge of planning out the wedding and everything for me, as long as I gave her the money for it, so I've gone ahead and done just that for her. I'm really looking forward to the kind of wedding she has made for us.
Wow. So you're already giving her loads of money then? What else is going on with you two? Have you been buying her lots of gifts and things like that now as well?
Well, of course I have. Just like I'd done for you when we were younger. Although, I'd probably already given her more presents now than I ever gave to you our whole time together. She always gets so happy and loving during those times, and that in return makes me feel great. Compared to that, you'd always just put on a fake smile and said thank you to me.
Well, that's because every time you'd get me something, you'd have some kind of complaint about me to say along with it. Telling me I'm starting to look older or that my cooking is getting worse. I was just tired of all that crap from you, and you giving me a little gift to make up for it was not enough.
I was in the same boat as you then at that point. I would always have to come home from a long day at work to see an old hag working in the house. Really made me feel like I was married to the complete wrong person.
You and I happen to be the same age though, Ken, so you have no right calling me an old hag. By the way, what about your job?
I quit now. I'm not coming back to that town anymore, as I've run off with Faye. She and I are going to find a new town that's much more fun and exciting for us. And that's where I'll find myself a new job.
Is that so? So you've gone all out now with starting that new life of yours?
Well, I have no plans of returning back to the life I had there, so there's no need for me to hold back. You're more than welcome to throw all my things that I left there anyway. I'm not coming back for them. They're no good to me anymore either. They've been in the same house as a 40-year-old hag, so I don't even want to see them. Being able to get married to a much younger and far better looking woman than you is really going to take my life to the next level.
When you say next level, do you mean going up or going down? I'm sorry, I can't stop myself from laughing right now.
Huh?
I can't do this anymore. I was able to hold this laughter back for a while when talking to you, but I just can't do it anymore. Ken, do you really believe that Faye Chick is in love with you and really wants to be your wife?
Of course I believe all of that. She's even gone and said she loves me herself. Are you starting to get jealous over her? Hey, come on now. Don't get too upset over this.
You're the only one who's going to be upset by all of this. Are you not finding all of this way too good to be true for yourself? How long have you even known that young girl?
It's been a little over a month now. What does that have to do with anything, though?
No matter how you try and look at that, there is something going on behind the scenes with that woman. Why would some perfect-looking young woman like her choose to be with an ugly and aging old man like you?
To her, my age and looks have no relation to the love she has for me. Have you seriously not noticed that yet? Age is just a number to most people.
Jeez. You are that far lost in what lies she's been telling you? I sort of feel bad for you. It's like she's going to be stealing candy from a baby here soon. All right then. Well, you can go right ahead and continue having the best life you've ever dreamed of with her. I hope you're really looking forward to that wedding.
I'm going to enjoy this life with her, and I'll make sure that it'll never end, just to spite you. See ya, you jealous hag. Stop talking to me for the rest of time, all right?
I really hope you can manage to keep that happiness lasting forever. But we'll just have to see.
Come help me!
Well, here you are already. I thought you told me just yesterday to never talk to you again, right? Did Faye do something really crazy to you that's got you coming to me for help now with your tail tucked?
That witch! She was hiding her true intentions from me this whole time! She and I went and stayed at a hotel together for the night, and when I woke up, both my wallet and car were gone! She stole them both from me and ran away!
Oh, you poor, poor thing. This must have been her goal this whole time with you then, right?
Yeah. When I found my phone, I looked at it to see a message from her saying she'd leave it with me as the only thing she wouldn't take. She'd been planning to do this to me the whole time! Dang it! She played me like a dang fiddle!
So, why are you wanting me to help you out now?
I want you to lend me some of your money. I don't have any money on me right now, and Faye has my wallet with her. If I can't get any money, how am I going to pay for this hotel room? I have until 10 a.m., and on my way out, I have to pay for the room. I just need you to send me a couple hundred to my account for the room, and I'll be able to manage after that.
But you said you don't have any of your cards on you, right? They were in your wallet.
That's right. Well, I still have my phone, so could you Venmo me some money? And I might be able to pay with the card I have downloaded on my phone.
Let's start with this. Why do you think someone like me has to be the one to help you get out of your bad situation?
Huh?
You think I'm going to want to help you after the way you threw me aside on my birthday of all days? You have to get a grip on reality and see that I don't want to help you anymore.
You hold it right there! You don't feel bad for me in any way? Don't you still have feelings for me? I get that we got a divorce just a few days ago, but you and I have been married for 10 years, right?
You were the one that lost feelings for me first, right? So when I found that out, I thought to hell with my feelings for you and threw them all in the dumpster, where they belong.
No, there's no way you're already over me. I know better than anyone that you're one of the kindest people in the world. I get that you're trying to act all tough right now, but in the end, you're going to help me out, right?
I'm really not sure where you're getting that impression of me from. But look, I've known for a couple of days now that Faye chick is the kind of woman who is only into you for your money, and her way of getting to it is by committing marriage fraud and scamming you.
What?
Recently, there was another victim to her crimes, all right? My friend Christy was very nice and told me all about Faye and her ties to one of her colleagues' ex-husbands. She even showed me a picture of Faye afterwards so that I could verify that you were in fact with the same young woman as the previous man. And after verifying that, my feelings about the situation really changed.
Why didn't you tell me about her sooner, so that I could have avoided all of this?
The reason for that is because I'm not as kind as you led yourself to think I am. I really was looking forward to seeing the outcome of what kind of fool she'd be able to play you as in the aftermath of her game. I mean, you threw me away without a care in the world for my feelings, so what makes you think I wouldn't want to do the same for you?
You're awful! This makes you like her accomplice or something now! And you're telling me that Christy knew about all of this going on as well?
Yep, she knew before either of us. Well, about Faye and all she'd done at least. And I think by this point most of the people in town know about Faye because she appeared on the news after her first stunt.
Yeah! This is all getting way too out of hand! Well, for the time being, I need you to send me some money right now so that I can get out of this hotel!
If you'd really like for me to help you, then perhaps you can start off by saying you're sorry to me.
I'm sorry. I really do feel bad about everything I had done to you before. I just happened to be a little tempted by Faye's all, and I acted on those temptations. Now you can forgive me, please!
No thanks.
Hey! Christy! You go and talk with Natalie right now for me and set her straight! And if you can you please lend me some money for this hotel? Please?
Huh? What are you going on about right now?
I know you happen to know everything about what's been going on with me, right? Please! You're the only person that I can ask for help now! You and I have known each other for a long time now, so please help me, right?
Could you please refrain from trying to get me all wrapped up in your problems? And to be fair, this is what you deserve after what you did to Natalie. So you figure out how to help yourself on your own.
So you really want me to go and tell Natalie about the relationship you and I have had? If you do not help me get out of this, then I'm going to go and tell Natalie everything about you and me. I'm not messing around anymore. I will seriously do it. I have nothing to lose now, but you might.
What kind of past are you even talking about right now that you and I had?
I'm talking about how before I married Natalie, you and I had been going out with one another. If I tell her about that, she's going to be shocked. She might not even let you be her friend anymore after that.
Huh? Give me a break, Ken. Her and I had talked about that whole story a long time ago.
What?
It's not like you were dating me while you were together with her, right? The only thing that's happened is Natalie marrying my ex-boyfriend, and she sees it that way as well. There was never an overlap in the time you were dating me and when she started dating you. So why are you bringing that all up now like it's going to make any difference?
You've already talked with her about it then? She never told me about how you guys talked about that.
It's not like she meant to hide that from you. I mean, there was no reason for me to try and hide that little fling we had back then because it has nothing to do with her other than be a topic of light conversation. So you can go ahead and tell her, but she's not going to give a crap about it. Natalie already knows everything about what you and I did, and she doesn't care.
What? Well, then I'm gonna lie about it and say that we were having an affair while she was with me. No matter how much she believes of that, she's still going to be shocked in some way and will most likely begin to doubt you.
Really? She's going to know you're on your last leg and are just trying to spread bullcrap. You really are such a toxic little man. You used to be so much better when you were younger. What happened?
Shut up! I want you to keep your mouth shut and let me lie to her about how you and I had a thing going on while I was with Natalie. Now, are you going to help me or are you going to make me lie to her?
Go ahead and lie to her. I don't care.
Are you sure about that? You and Natalie are best friends. Are you really going to risk losing her after not helping me?
That's right. Her and I are best friends, and that's why the both of us trust one another 100%. She has no reason to believe your bullcrap, unlike how you believed in Faye's.
Well, we'll have to see about that then. I think you're thinking too highly of your guys' friendship. Things like that are only one small lie from falling apart into rubble.
And that's because all of the friends you've ever had have been a bunch of selfish losers like yourself, who never really cared about one another.
You have no place talking to me about my friendships like that! So you're really not going to help me out this time by lending me some money?
You can go ahead and tell Natalie anything you'd like. Even about this lie of us having an affair.
I see. Then I'm gonna go tell her. You better be ready for what's gonna happen to you next. Hey, because things have turned out so poorly for all of us, I'm going to let you in on a very important secret. Christy and I, we had an affair back when you and I were together.
Oh? Is that so?
Yep. I'm sure you're going to start questioning that witch now, huh? I told her that if she had helped me, I wouldn't ever tell you this secret. But she never did help. I guess this is it for both of yours friendship.
I I see. So you're on your last leg now. Well, Ken, remember that Christy and I are best friends. You understand that, right?
Huh? I know that the two of you are best friends. I'm sure you're shocked now after learning that your best friend has stabbed you in the back.
I don't believe a word you've said. I know what this is all about. You and her had dated one another before you started to go out with me. And, well, now that Christy has said she's not going to help you after you pleaded and pleaded, you thought you'd lie to me about that as a way of getting me angry with her, right?
No, I would never. I'm telling you the truth. She and I had an affair while I was with you. Seriously?
I knew it. You are the worst at lying about things you know, Ken. How many more times are you going to tell me you're serious or that it's the truth?
I'm not lying! All of this is very, very true! Huh?
Is that right? Well, if that's how much you believe what you're telling me is true, then I guess I'll have to get a settlement from you for that case as well.
That was... well...
Well, you are so set on getting me to believe that you had an affair with Christy, right? Well, if that's the case, then I guess I'm going to get money from you for that as well. And you did tell me during the divorce that you'd pay me whatever I asked for in a settlement, right?
Well...
You're going to follow through with all you told me before, right? You're in your 40s now and are an adult. As an adult, we all have to follow through in the promises we make, right?
Hey, maybe you can stop all that. I get it. I made another mistake. Leave me alone now. I never had an affair with Christy while together with you. That was all just a lie to try and get you to fight her.
You really are such a waste of life. Seeing someone like you waste your life away like that, when someone far more deserving of it might be dying right now, is depressing for me. Well, I'm just glad you're telling me in the end that you'd been lying. But here's the thing. I don't believe you were lying. I think you did cheat on me with Christy, and I'm going to have you pay for that too now.
Ah!
Well, come on now. You might want to say that was a lie now, but you tried so hard to get me to believe you cheated on me with her that I'm now hooked. And it's not like you've never cheated on me before, as you were just doing it a few days before my birthday, so you're going to pay for all of that.
But I told you that I lost everything! All my money to that Fae witch! I have no way to pay you anything now!
I don't give a crap. And make sure you don't come back to this house, okay? I followed through with that promise and have started to throw out all your things.
Hey! If you do all that to me, then how am I going to be able to live life?
Right? I'm wondering the same thing now. How the hell are you going to make it out of this alive? Guess we'll have to see.
Please! Please just forgive me! Just let me be back together with you, please!
Hey, I'm sorry, but that's going to be a no from me. You think I'd ever want to be together with some ugly-looking 40-year-old man? After that, it took a few days, but Ken was able to manage finding his way back to my house. But I'd gone and changed the locks on all the doors and changed the name on the house to mine. And so after realizing that, I kicked him off my property. Ken began to cry like a big baby as he sat at the gate to my house banging on it, and since it started to become such a huge problem for the people in the neighboring houses having to listen to him, I called the police. They came and picked him up and took him from my house to the nearest police station. And a few days after that happened, I had a lawyer go meet him at the jail cell he was being held in, and help him find a way to get the money I was asking for into my account. After that was all said and done, and the money was now safely in my bank account, I sold the house and moved into a nice apartment. Ken was later let out of the jail cell, but having lost his house, his money, his car, and everyone's trust, he went on another crazy mission to try and find me. But after weeks of never being able to find me and living on the streets, he finally gave up and went back to his hometown. I really wonder what kind of life he's living there now and how he's feeling deep down. A little while later, after Ken left town, I heard on the news that Faye was finally caught by the police and taken away to prison. I guess after finding all of this out, you could call this a very happy ending to the story. I've been living on my own now and have no intentions of finding another man to take Ken's place, as I've put most of my time into work. And Christy has moved back home to her parents' house to help them out as they grow older, solving the problem of all their loneliness. She really is my best friend, and I'm glad that the two of us were able to work together to rid this town of a man like Ken.
Hey, Kim. When are you and Mason planning on staying here till? I kind of want you guys to leave. Morgan, hi. I was just going to ask you something. I might come home late tonight, so can you vacuum and clean the kitchen for me? Why me? You don't work, so why don't you do it? You're my servant, so come clean the house and then leave. Wait, I'm in the middle of something right now. OMG, I might win about $100. Are you gambling right now or something? Wow. I have no words. Hey, I can't cook or take a shower. Come home immediately. OMG, I can treat myself with something expensive tonight. Deciding between Kobe beef or sushi. Are you listening to me? I want you and Mason to leave. Nick is going to live with me after he comes back from his business trip. You two are a waste of space. Guess what? The guy next to me bought coffee for me. I think he wants me to split the cash that I won. Can you even listen properly? Ugh, you're such a low-level person. Call me high level because I can live off with just money from gambling. People who gamble are the low levels of society. You are such a bad influence to my child. Can you leave? To your child? You didn't even give birth yet. Shut up. I came back to give birth, but it's going to be stressful if the two of you are here. I'll be there when you give birth. Plus, you'll be able to relax if I'm not at the house. OMG. Please just come home and clean the house. Wait. You wanted me to leave a minute ago, but you want me to come back now? Okay. You know what? I'm turning into an idiot. I can't believe Mason chose someone like you. Sorry. I'm gonna go grab a drink with the guy that bought me coffee, so I will come home late, okay? Wait. What? Are you serious? Yeah, it's a long story. Oh, I think Mason is going home soon, so if you have something to say, can you tell him? I have nothing to say. Please pack your bags and leave the house with Mason. If we leave, can you send my stuff later? It's going to be a bother to carry, so... Sure. No problem. I might sell the valuable stuff you have, though. Thanks. I feel really bad for making you send the stuff to me, though, so... I don't want you to do that, so I'm deciding to stay. See? Your attitude is pissing me off. I don't want a dirty parasite like you two to live in my house, so I will kindly leave your stuff outside the house.
Do we need to leave the house? That's a problem, because it's going to take a while to find a new place.
Sorry, but Morgan will not shut up about it. When are you coming home? I want you to check on her.
I was playing with a wild boar in the woods, but I'll go home now.
Oh, communing with nature. How nice. Anyways, I can't leave yet, so can you check on her?
What are you doing, by the way?
I'm grabbing a drink with the guy that I got to know while gambling.
Gotcha. Then let's meet up at Kim's house tonight and spend the last night there.
Sure. See? Wasn't it easy to pack your bags since I left your stuff outside the house? Oh, what happened to the story of you sending my stuff? What? I did send it to you. From the house to the backyard. Thank God a parasite like the two of you left the house. Pretty sure my parents will be happy about this too. I did something good. Did ya? Let's see about that. What's with the attitude? I did do something good. Did you talk to your parents? No, but it was obvious that they wanted to kick you out. So, I was so glad because it'll be a curse to me to put someone who can't have a child in this house. So, bye. Kim. I keep getting calls about rent from the management company. What the hell? Did you do something? Oh, getting calls means that you're not paying the rent. Shut up! I know that. Why are we getting charged for the rent? It's our house. Yeah, it's frustrating, right? But they are doing their job, you know. I don't understand why I need to pay the rent. Morgan, you promised with the owner that you will pay the rent every month, right? Wait, rent? Oh, you didn't know? You didn't hear anything from Mason? Mason can't even have a decent conversation. Can't believe that he's my brother. So, you were paying the rent every month? Yeah, Mason and I were paying about $2,000 every month. It was so expensive. What? Wait, what should I do? I've been paying the rent from my account, but since I left the house, I told them that you'll pay from your account, so I put their info on the fridge for you. What I'm trying to say is, how the hell can I pay for it? Good luck with that. Mason, there is no way I can pay the rent, so can I borrow money?
Why don't you ask Mom and Dad?
I did, but they said they can't help because they spend too much money on gambling. I didn't hear anything about this. Did you know about it?
Oh, damn. There's a lot of people doing gambling around me.
Just answer my question.
Don't know. But isn't the weather nice today? How about doing the laundry?
Who cares about that?
Oh yeah, you have the dryer at home, right?
Okay, you know what? I'm wasting my time talking to you. You should change that about you.
I think I looked at the sun too much because I'm literally blind now.
Why don't you take me seriously for a minute? I'm your sister. Why didn't you tell me about the rent and about Mom and Dad?
Well, you are the one that kicked us out, so I think it's wrong to ask us when you need help. Also, about Mom and Dad, we were the ones that were paying rent and helping them. But what were you doing? You were living in the city partying every night, not even contacting us.
What?
Kim and I moved back to the house simply because it was cheaper, and it's been almost 10 years since I came back. So I wasn't hiding anything because you didn't contact us.
Oh, about that.
Such a beautiful day. I should go to the woods today.
Sorry, but whatever you say, it's a no for us. We bought a condo, so there is no way we are leaving here. Wait, I truly apologize from the bottom of my heart, so I want you guys to live with me again. It's the top floor of the condo. That's awesome, right? I wanted to live in a house surrounded by nature, but wanted to experience the live life also. Whatever. Hey, if you have money to live on the top floor of a condo, why not help me? I can't do that. The guy I met last month at gambling was a real estate related asset owner, and since I was his favorite, I was able to buy this place for a cheap price. What? Are you serious? Yup. You never know where you're going to get a connection. By the way, if you can't pay the rent, why don't you move somewhere else? I can't. I don't have any savings left. Well, how about Nick? He's your husband, right? I can't tell him that we need to pay rent. Also, I thought that we didn't need to pay the rent if we moved here, so we didn't save up any money. Wow. I feel bad for the kid to have parents like this. Anyway, work this out with him, okay? Bye. Wait, are you just going to leave me? I'm really sorry, so can you help me? There's no need to, so good luck with everything. Okay then. I will leave this house because there is no way I can pay rent. I have no choice but to run away. You shouldn't do that. Shut up. I can do whatever I want to. Wait, There's a wild boar in front of the house. Oh, I think that's the wild boar that Mason was friends with. Is it doing okay? I can't leave the house. It's staring at me. Don't you think it's a gift from God saying to not leave the house? Maybe so. I know that I need to get myself together. Oh, now you know? I didn't realize until you told me. You finally realize now how selfish you've been all your life? I can't run away from this, right? Wow! I can't believe that a wild boar can change one's mind. I'm going to talk to Nick about this, so wish me luck. You should do that. I'm so glad that you're regretting your life decisions. Hey, why don't you come live with us again? I was only thinking about myself and not you guys. Sorry, but can't do that because we will be a parasite to you and I'll be a curse to you. Morgan decided to stay at the house, but when she told Mike about the rent, they fought a few times, but he finally understood her and helped her pay for it and started looking for a new place. Mom and Dad were aware that they were just a waste of space and felt bad, so they both started working part-time. Morgan gave birth and is having a hard time raising a child while paying for the rent, so we started to help her financially. But I was thinking, why not live together? So we all helped each other while raising money, and believe it or not, we all started to live together in one house. It's all thanks to the man who I met while gambling. I didn't expect for this to happen. You never know what's going to happen in life.
You know, New Year's is a big deal in our family because we have 40 relatives gathering together. Preparing for it is incredibly hard work. I can't have you underestimating how we do things around here. Since you've married into this family, that's just how it is. Of course, I'll give you some instructions, but don't think you can rely on me too much, okay? Finally, we've reached the point of passing the torch to the next generation, so I'm looking forward to relaxing this year.
Judith? With all due respect, I think I mentioned before, but I'm due to give birth around New Year's, so I might not be able to handle all the preparations. I thought I made that clear already.
Huh? I don't recall asking for your opinion. This is just how things are done in our family, and your reasons don't matter. New Year's is New Year's. It's a family event, so you're going to handle the preparations.
As I've mentioned, there's a chance I might actually be in labor during that time, or I could be in the hospital. I'm sorry, but for this year, would it be possible for you to take charge of the preparations? Of course, if I'm physically able, I will definitely help out.
Huh? How many times do I have to say this? My son got married, and now that you're his wife, we're finally passing on the responsibility. I've been doing all the New Year's preparations for years now, and it's been a tremendous amount of work. But now, I finally get to graduate from that. I've been looking forward to this moment for so long. I can't wait to have a New Year's where I don't have to do anything, so you'll be working hard this year.
But realistically speaking, it might be difficult for me.
Why are you complaining about this now? As a mother-to-be, you should be able to handle something like this with ease. You can't let anything throw you off.
I understand that, but...
I said I'm not interested in your opinion, didn't I? If you don't like it, why don't you try changing your due date?
That's impossible. Surely as someone who's experienced childbirth, you understand that I can't control when the baby will come, right?
Not my problem. Got it? This year, I'm not lifting a finger to help.
But this is really out of my control. Since we can't predict exactly when the baby will be born, it could happen earlier or later. If it happens later and I'm available, of course I'll help with the preparations. But if I'm not able to, I'd really appreciate it if you could assist.
I've told you already, I don't care. Oh, by the way, I have a drinking party with the neighbors starting soon, so I'm off. See ya.
Judith, wait. Please, I'm begging you.
Hey, where's the New Year's food you were supposed to prepare?
Uh-huh. I just gave birth a little while ago, so I haven't been able to prepare the food.
What? What are you talking about? I told you how important this is, didn't I? Giving birth doesn't matter. Don't you understand the importance of family traditions?
Even if you say that, it's not realistic for me to do this right now. I just went through childbirth. I literally put my life on the line to bring a child into the world.
Even if it's the day you give birth, if you're a wife in this family, you make the food for the relatives. Don't use childbirth as an excuse. Get discharged right now and prepare food for 40 people.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. Don't just lie around lazily in a hospital. You married into this family, so you work like one of us.
Understood. I'll come over now.
As you should. Even if it takes you all night, you better get it done.
Yes.
Hey, what are you doing collapsed on the floor? You've caused an enormous commotion here from the start of the new year. We had ambulances and police cars rushing here all because of you. And you couldn't even manage to make food for 40 people? Seriously, what do you think you're doing? Because of your incompetence, I had to use the little scraps you left behind to finish preparing the food. It was your job, and yet why am I the one doing it again this year? You will apologize, kneeling and bowing at my feet next time I see you. And don't think you'll get away with that. You owe me a Chanel bag as an apology. If you don't, you are no longer part of this family. You are a disgrace as a wife, and you should leave this house immediately.
So, it was you, Judith. You're the one who pushed Kenzie to the brink, aren't you? It's not Kenzie who's going to leave, it's you. I'm the one who's utterly disappointed in you.
What? Who's this? Huh? Who do you think you're talking to?
It's me, your husband.
Wait, you're here? Are you serious?
I heard from Kenzie what really happened when I saw her lying there exhausted and you simply laughed it off, telling her, "What are you doing lying down?" I knew something wasn't right, so I asked Kenzie to tell me everything, and she told me the truth. You made her come home and prepare food for the entire family right after she gave birth. I couldn't believe it, but now I know it was all because of you, Judith.
Stop exaggerating. All because of me? That's such a horrible thing to say. I was just following the family traditions. I've always had to take care of the New Year's preparations. And now that Kenzie's married into the family, it's her turn. I did the same thing for years, and now it's her responsibility. I didn't do anything wrong. Don't try to paint me as the villain here.
Are you kidding me right now? You never gave birth in the dead of winter like Kenzie did. And even when you did have our children, my parents were always incredibly kind to you, making sure you didn't have to lift a finger. They took every precaution to ensure you weren't overexerting yourself. After you gave birth, I was the one who took over the household chores, and I didn't let you do anything strenuous. I even know how you slacked off on the housework for months afterward, letting me do most of it.
Wait, that's different. You can't compare our situations. You wouldn't understand, Davis, because you've never given birth yourself. After childbirth, it takes time to recover. My body didn't cooperate for months. It's not like I could just jump right back into things.
Wow, that's rich coming from you. So you know exactly how hard it is to recover from giving birth. And yet you still forced Kenzie to make food for the whole family right after she had our baby?
That's not the same thing. I mean, it's just one day. I thought she could push through and manage for a day. After all, it's only a bit of extra effort.
Your excuses are pathetic. I don't want to hear them anymore. I was shocked when you insisted on staying behind with Kenzie instead of coming with me to my parents' house for New Year's. But now I understand why. You never had any intention of helping her. Instead, you wanted her to suffer, didn't you? I'm truly disappointed in you, Judith. You've let me down.
That's not true. I just thought you were working so hard lately that you deserve a break. I didn't want you stressing over the New Year's preparations. That's why I stayed back. It was for your sake, not hers.
Enough! From now on, I'm leaving everything in Kenzie's hands. I've already crossed a line by borrowing her phone to message you, but I can't sit by and let this continue. When I get back, we're gonna have a serious discussion. And just so you know, this will be your last New Year's with my family. You won't be around to celebrate with us next year.
Wait, Davis, what do you mean? We've been married for decades. How could you suddenly turn against me like this and take her side? You're my husband. How could you? Are you even listening to me?
Judith, it's Kenzie. I gave birth recently, and your son went back to your house to drink on New Year's Eve. You didn't even bother to come to visit your new grandchild, and instead you both stayed behind celebrating without us.
So what? What's the big deal? You could have just made the food at your house and brought it over to Grandma's tomorrow. We could have seen each other then. What's with all this drama?
I was literally risking my life giving birth. The only one who cared enough to come by my side was Davis. But by the time he got here, I had already returned home to start preparing the food. When Davis found out what I was doing, he rushed over to help. He called an ambulance for me, but if he hadn't come in time, I don't even want to think about what could have happened.
Stop being so melodramatic. If you're well enough to be sending messages, you clearly weren't in that bad of shape. You called an ambulance just for that? You've made a scene, dragging the whole family into it, and now we're all in an uproar. Honestly, you're such a drama queen. And as for Davis, well, he's always been too soft on you.
You're calling me dramatic? I literally collapsed, Judith.
That's your own fault for not taking better care of yourself. You've clearly been neglecting your health if something like this can take you down. All I did was make sure you followed the family traditions like any proper wife should. I didn't do anything wrong.
Davis seems to have made up his mind, but for now, I'll be staying in the hospital as the doctors have advised me to rest. So enjoy your New Year's with your son and the rest of the family.
Of course I will. We'll have a grand time, as always, while you've made yourself irrelevant in this family anyway.
Actually, Judith, it's you who's irrelevant now. Davis said that he's decided you're no longer part of this family.
Huh. Don't be ridiculous. I've had enough of this charade.
I don't know if it's a charade or not, but Davis seems pretty serious. He's planning to divorce you.
What? Divorce? That's impossible. We've been married for so many years. There's no way we're getting divorced. If anyone's getting divorced, it's you and my son. You're the one who should leave this family.
No, Judith. Davis is fed up with your cruelty. He's done with you.
Oh, please. You must have brainwashed him or something. My bond with Davis is stronger than anything you could ever imagine. Our marriage is solid. It's yours that's falling apart, not mine. And let me tell you, my son has been complaining about you nonstop. He says you've gained so much weight since getting pregnant that he can't even look at you as a woman anymore. It's no wonder, really. You've been lazing around, stuffing your face with junk food every day.
You know, Judith, you really love running your mouth. But I'm done with this conversation. I'll come to your house once I've fully recovered, and we'll settle things properly. Until then, this is goodbye.
Kenzie, I truly apologize for what happened yesterday. The fact that I didn't notice things had gotten this bad is my failure as well. I've made you shoulder so much. I don't even know how to properly apologize.
Davis, thank you for reaching out. But please, you don't have to apologize. I'm the one who's sorry for dragging you into this mess. It must have been difficult for you too, and I can't imagine how shocked you were yesterday.
Yeah, I won't lie. It was pretty shocking. But after seeing all the evidence, honestly, I feel more resolved now. If she's gonna behave like that, then I can't just sit back and stay silent any longer.
Right, I understand. So, what are you planning to do?
I've made up my mind. I've put up with a lot from her for years, thinking that it was easier to ignore the issues than face them. But now, seeing how far things have gone, I realize that ignoring her behavior has only made everything worse. And now you're caught up in it. This isn't something I can just tolerate anymore.
You've really had to go through a lot with Judith, haven't you? Honestly, when I heard what you said to her yesterday, I was shocked. I thought I was the only one she treated so harshly.
I know. I can't apologize enough for that. The truth is, I've been letting her get away with everything for years. I never really pushed back, and she took that as a green light to do whatever she pleased. She became arrogant, never lifting a finger, and treating everyone around her as though they owed her something.
So that's what it was like for you too.
Yeah, even when our son was born, she was pampered and treated like she was doing something amazing. I didn't see it at the time, but we all coddled her too much. I thought I was doing the right thing by supporting her, but I realize now that I was just enabling her behavior. She got used to everyone catering to her whims, and before I knew it, she was manipulating people into giving her whatever she wanted.
I see. You're not the one at fault here, Davis. You don't need to beat yourself up over this. Judith is the one who created the situation with her behavior.
Maybe, but it's my responsibility too. I let her act this way for too long, thinking that it was easier to just ignore the problems. But now this situation has escalated beyond anything I could have imagined. The fact that she treated you the way she did, I just can't let this slide anymore.
I'm glad to hear that you're taking action. It's been tough, but knowing that you're standing up to her gives me some peace of mind.
I'll handle things from here on out, but Kenzie, you shouldn't have to deal with this either. Don't push yourself too hard. Let me take the lead on this.
Thank you, Davis. I appreciate that, but I'm ready to. I've got everything I need, and I'm prepared for whatever comes next.
Good to hear. I'll start the necessary discussions on my end. You just focus on your health and well-being. Don't stress yourself out more than you need to.
Of course. I'll do my best. I'll talk to your son about everything, too. I know we both need to be on the same page.
That's important. Make sure you two are aligned, and then we'll move forward together. But don't hesitate to ask for help if you need it. You're not alone in this.
Thank you. I feel so much better knowing that you're by my side.
Of course, Kenzie. We're family. I won't let Judith's actions tear this family apart any longer. We'll get through this.
I hope so. I just want things to get better from here.
They will. I'm certain of it. We've been through too much to let her continue controlling things the way she has. It's time for a change.
Yes, it is. Thank you again for everything, Davis. I'll talk to your son and we'll figure out our next steps.
Take care of yourself, Kenzie. I'll be in touch soon.
Thank you, Davis. You too.
What have you done? How could you say something so outrageous to my husband?
Oh, I see you've heard about it right away. That's quite ironic coming from you. You have no idea how shocked I was when I learned the full extent of everything. I can't believe you were having an affair with an old male friend and that your husband got involved with that friend's daughter. It's such a disgusting mess. It's unbelievable.
I didn't know anything about it. I had no idea his daughter would end up in a relationship with my son. We're all married, so I never thought it would come to this.
Well, that makes sense. I'm sure your son would say the exact same thing. I mean, it's beyond disgusting to think that your mother and her father were dating while they were both married. If I were in his shoes, I'd feel like throwing up.
What did you just say?
Honestly, it's just plain gross. What on earth are all of you doing getting involved with each other while being married? I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, huh?
How do you even know about all this? It's not just about my son.
Believe me, I was just as shocked. When I noticed my husband acting suspiciously, I hired a detective. It turned out that everything was connected, and I found out about your situation too. But honestly, I intended to ignore it, at least until this incident happened.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, I didn't really care about what you were doing with your life. Frankly, it was none of my business, and I had no way of knowing how much Davis was aware of your actions. I was going to keep quiet about it.
Then why did you say anything?
Well, Davis was already exasperated with your behavior, and he said he was considering divorce. So I figured that telling you wouldn't change anything. Since I was at that point, I decided to tell you everything just to support Davis, who was on my side.
If I hadn't done this...
Right. You probably wouldn't have been asked for alimony, and you could have had a regular divorce. Scary how resentment works, right? I've been through a lot of pain because of you, so I think it's only fair that you feel some pain too.
You must be kidding. To try to ruin me for such a reason?
Ruin you? You're the one who's been thinking about men other than your husband. I think the problem lies with you, who did something you wanted to hide. So you'll be getting divorced and kicked out of the house. You've been a stay-at-home wife until now, but from now on, you'll have to work hard and live on your own. If you'd like, my husband and I can get divorced too, so we can help each other out. I'll be getting a hefty alimony for my divorce. I want nothing to do with a lousy man who betrays me for his pregnant wife, while he thinks he can make me work.
Wait a minute. I get it now. We're both reflecting on our actions, so please forgive me for this incident. I won't treat you meanly from now on. We can all be a happy family, right?
Don't say it so casually. You could have put my life at serious risk here. And you think saying sorry will fix everything? You're the one who betrayed me, thinking you can just soak up the sweet stuff while I'm hurting. But do you have any idea how deep that wound is? Just saying I'm sorry won't heal it.
Please, I didn't expect this divorce to happen. I'm begging you. Can't you say something to help us out?
I've already told you that I think divorcing is the right decision. You've mistaken your position because people have been too kind to you. This incident should help you realize just how incompetent you are. Now, go ahead and fall into hell with your worthless son and reflect on your choices, you pathetic woman.
How could you say that to me after everything we've been through as a family?
You think being a family means ignoring betrayal? No, it means holding each other accountable for actions. You failed at that, and now you have to face the consequences.
You think this is easy for me? I didn't choose to be in this situation. I thought we were in this together.
Together? You thought this was about support? No, it's about truth. You've lied and betrayed, and now you're expecting sympathy? That's rich.
What about my sacrifices? Everything I've done for this family.
Sacrifices? Sacrifices for what? To enable your son to repeat your mistakes? No, I don't think so. It's time for you to face reality.
You have no idea what I've sacrificed. This isn't just about you and me. It's about our families.
And what about my family? Do you think I'm just going to sit back and let your actions destroy everything? No way.
This is all so unfair.
Unfair? Try to put yourself in my shoes for a moment. You think this is just about you? I'm the one left picking up the pieces.
I never intended for any of this to happen. I thought we were family.
Family doesn't betray family. That's the lesson you need to learn. You've caused this mess, and now you expect me to clean it up? No.
Please, I'm begging you.
You've begged enough. Actions have consequences, and it's time for you to deal with them.
I can't believe this is happening.
Believe it. This is your reality now. You've made your bed, now lie in it.
I never thought it would come to this.
Well, now you know. It's time to wake up and smell the coffee.
Can't we just sit down and talk this out? We might find some common ground if we just listen to each other.
Talk it out? What do you think we are, friends? You've betrayed my trust, and you want to sit down like nothing happened?
I'm not saying we should ignore it. I'm just suggesting that we find a way to move forward without further conflict.
Move forward? You shattered trust. How do you expect to just move past this?
I understand, but we have a history. We can't just throw that all away.
History? You mean the history of deceit and betrayal? That's not something I want to build on.
It doesn't have to be like this. Can't you see that we both have made mistakes?
Mistakes? You call what you did a mistake? This isn't just a simple error. This is a betrayal that has real consequences.
I regret it. I truly do. Can't we find a way to make amends?
Amends? You think saying you're sorry is enough? It doesn't work that way. You have to face the fallout of your actions.
I understand that, but can't we just talk it through?
Talking won't change what you've done. I need time to process this, and you should too.
I'm willing to wait. I just don't want this to be the end of everything.
It's already changed everything. You need to accept that.
I will accept it, but I want to at least try to fix this.
Fix it? You've broken things beyond repair. The trust is gone. There is nothing left that you can do besides going and rotting in hell, Judith. Goodbye forever. Both Davis and I got divorced, and afterward, we completely severed all ties with each other. The two of us, who were thoroughly bewildered by our family over this matter, seemed to have been cut off from our relatives as well. Of course, my husband and Judith never once saw my child's face. Instead, I made sure to receive the appropriate alimony payments from them before completely cutting ties. I believe that these two, who cannot understand the pain of others, should learn by experiencing pain themselves. The divorce marked a significant turning point in my life, one that I had never expected. I remember the day we decided to end our marriage vividly. It felt surreal, as if I were watching a movie unfold rather than living through a personal crisis. Both Davis and I had invested so much into our relationship, and yet, here we are, deciding to walk away from everything we had built together. The moments leading up to that decision were filled with tension and heartache. We had spent years trying to make things work, attending couples therapy, and having countless discussions about our future. However, with each conversation, the realization grew stronger that our love had faded, replaced by resentment and misunderstanding. The emotional distance between us became insurmountable, leaving us both feeling lonely even when we were in the same room. After the divorce, we agreed that it would be best for both of us to cut off all contact. This decision was not easy, but it felt necessary. We had grown into different people, and the foundation of our relationship had crumbled under the weight of unmet expectations and unresolved issues. Severing ties seemed like the only way to allow ourselves to heal and to move on without the constant reminder of what we once had. In the aftermath, it became painfully evident how our decision had affected not only us, but also our families. They were invested in our lives, and the news of our divorce left them reeling. I could see the shock in their faces, the questions that hung in the air, and the disappointment that lingered. They had witnessed our journey as a couple, celebrating our milestones and supporting us through challenges. Now, they were faced with the reality that we were no longer a united front. Our families attempted to understand what had gone wrong, often asking questions that felt intrusive and painful. What happened? Why couldn't you work things out? Is there any way to fix this? These questions were a reminder of the heartbreak we had experienced, and I struggled to find the words to explain our situation without oversharing or delving into the painful details. I wanted to be honest, but I also wanted to protect myself and my child from the judgment and scrutiny that often come with a divorce. As time passed, the tension with our families only seemed to escalate. It felt as though we were both on trial, with our relatives dissecting our choices and emotions. In the end, it became clear that this fracture in our marriage had created a rift in our families as well. Relatives who once supported us began to distance themselves, unsure of how to navigate this new reality. I felt the weight of their disappointment, as if I had let them down by failing to uphold the ideals of marriage and the family they held dear. As we distanced ourselves from our families, I found solace in the thought that I was protecting my child from any unnecessary complications. I had no desire for my child to be caught in the crossfire of our divorce. I knew that introducing my child to Davis and Judith would only complicate matters further. I envisioned a future where my child could grow up without the emotional burden that often accompanies broken families. I made a firm decision. My child would not meet Davis and Judith. It wasn't out of spite, but rather a protective instinct. I wanted to create a nurturing environment where my child felt safe and secure. I wanted to shield them from the conflicts that could arise from a complicated family dynamic. This choice, while difficult, felt necessary to ensure that my child could thrive without the added weight of our adult issues. With the financial aspects of our separation resolved, I focused on moving forward. I ensured that I received the appropriate alimony payments, which allowed me to maintain a sense of independence. I was determined to provide for my child and create a stable life, free from the turmoil that had defined our past. The financial support was not just about money. It represented a commitment to my new path, a path where I was in control of my life and my future. As the days turned into weeks, I couldn't help but reflect on the emotional scars that lingered from the divorce. It was not just a matter of ending a marriage. It was about the loss of dreams and the hopes we had for our future. I grappled with feelings of sadness and anger, often wondering if I had made the right choices. The grief of letting go was heavy, and I found myself questioning everything: my decisions, my worth, and my ability to love again. Through it all, I recognized the importance of understanding pain. I believe that both Davis and Judith were unable to comprehend the hurt they had caused, as they seemed to live in their own world, blissfully unaware of the consequences of their actions. I felt a deep sense of frustration toward them. They had moved on with their lives, seemingly without a second thought about the emotional turmoil that enveloped me. I often thought that perhaps they needed to experience pain themselves to truly grasp the weight of their actions. I didn't wish them harm, but I wanted them to understand the complexities of human emotions. Pain has a way of teaching us invaluable lessons about empathy, kindness, and the fragility of relationships. I hope that one day they would face their own struggles, forcing them to confront the reality of their choices and the impact they have on others. The journey toward healing was not linear. It was filled with ups and downs. There were days when I felt strong and empowered, embracing my newfound independence. I explored interests that I had long neglected, rekindling old friendships and discovering new passions. I focused on self-care, understanding that healing takes time and that it was okay to grieve the loss of my marriage. In contrast, there were also days when the weight of loneliness felt unbearable. The silence in my home could be deafening, and I missed the companionship that had once brought me joy. I felt like I was on an emotional roller coaster, with moments of hope followed by waves of sadness. I realized that I needed to allow myself to feel these emotions fully, to acknowledge the pain without judgment. Gradually, I found strength in vulnerability. I began to open up to friends who had supported me throughout this journey. Their understanding and compassion were a balm to my wounded heart. I cherished the moments we spent together, sharing laughter and creating new memories. Their presence reminded me that I was not alone in this process and that support could be found in unexpected places. As I began to embrace this new chapter in my life, I also focused on my child. My love for them was unwavering, and I wanted to ensure they felt secure and cherished. I was determined to create an environment where they could thrive, where love and understanding were the cornerstones of our lives. I made it a priority to instill values of empathy and kindness, teaching my child the importance of recognizing the emotions of others. I wanted to raise a compassionate individual who could understand and connect with people from all walks of life. I wanted my child to grow up knowing that it was okay to feel pain and to learn from it. I shared stories about resilience and the importance of understanding others' experiences. In retrospect, the divorce was a transformative experience. It forced me to confront my own beliefs about love, relationships, and self-worth. I learned to embrace my identity beyond being a wife and mother. I discovered the power of self-love and the importance of setting boundaries. The pain I had endured became a catalyst for growth. It taught me resilience, the ability to rise from the ashes and forge a new path. I emerged from the darkness with a clear understanding of who I was and what I wanted from life. I became determined to create a life filled with joy, purpose, and love, both for myself and my child. As I look back on my journey, I feel a sense of gratitude for the lessons learned. Each challenge shaped me into the person I am today. I now embrace my future with open arms, ready to face whatever comes my way. The road ahead is filled with possibilities, and I am excited to embark on this new adventure.
I'm going to eat out tonight as well because I can't stand the way that you smell. You have no choice but to eat on your own. No one wants to be around you.
Melanie, you're being very unreasonable and hurtful. I have feelings, you know. Please don't hurt me like this. Do you enjoy tormenting me every day?
I'm not tormenting you. I'm simply telling you the truth. The truth hurts sometimes. If you don't want me to look down on you, go find yourself a better job. I don't want to spend another minute with you if you're going to continue working as a construction worker. But I guess it's too late now. I'm sure it's not easy for a construction worker to change over to a different job.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you're 40 now. It's not easy to find a new job at your age. I can't believe that I put up with you for 20 years. I should have left you sooner. Oh, I'm so ready to leave you for good.
How about you listen to what I have to say to you first? Don't make any rash decisions. You have it all wrong. I'm not a construction worker anymore. You haven't taken any interest in me these past few years. And you never listen to anything that I say to you. But as husband and wife, shouldn't we try to understand one another by talking to each other?
Do you still plan on staying married to me? Don't make me laugh.
We're still married and I consider you to be my wife. Why aren't you willing to put any effort into making our marriage work? I know that when I worked as a construction worker, I wasn't able to help out with the house or raise Lisa, but I've changed now. I'd like you to hear me out. And can you please stop avoiding me? We should have dinner together. We're a family after all.
I hate being with you. I don't want to eat dinner with you. You need to understand that. I don't love you anymore, and I want you to leave me alone.
Lisa is going to go to university soon, which means that we'll have more time together, just the two of us. That's why I like to take the time to work on our marriage. I want to be happy with you again. I don't want to give up on us.
That totally grosses me out. I'm not interested in staying married to a loser like you.
What did I ever do to you to deserve this? You may not think that I'm rich, but I've been supporting you and Lisa financially all these years. Shouldn't you be more grateful?
You should know that Lisa doesn't want to continue living with you either.
That's because you tell her all these negative things about me. You've brainwashed her. I've been nothing but a great husband and father. You made fun of my job in front of Lisa. That's why she doesn't respect me. What's wrong with construction work anyway? If you had treated me with more respect, the things between Lisa and I wouldn't have gotten this bad.
Lisa was really embarrassed of the fact that her father was a construction worker. You know that?
Did she tell you that?
She didn't have to. I know how she feels. She's happy that I'm finally leaving you. I'm ending our marriage.
Are you serious about that?
I'll wait until Lisa graduates high school, but after that, you're on your own. So please don't try to stop me. I've made up my mind.
So you just gotta ignore my feelings then? You don't care that I still want to work on our marriage?
You should be happy that I bothered to make you breakfast. I'm not all that mean. But you have to know that I don't enjoy talking to you. You turn me off. I don't know why I married you in the first place. What was I thinking?
Do you have to be so cruel to me? If you're not willing to sit down and talk with me, I'm gonna have a chat with Lisa. She may be more understanding than you are.
Well, you shouldn't expect so much from her. Otherwise, you'll be let down. To us, you're like an old bank account, one that we won't be using anymore because we have no use for it.
Wow, you really don't hold back, do you? Fine, I get it now. Lisa, what time are you coming home tonight? I'll be waiting for you at home with dinner on the table. I'd like to catch up with you as we haven't had much time to talk to each other these days.
Why would I want to have dinner with you? I'd rather not eat if I have to choose between having dinner with you.
Why do you hate me so much? Was I a bad father to you? I know that your mother doesn't say nice things about me, but you shouldn't believe every word that comes out of her mouth. For one thing, she shouldn't look down on construction workers. I've worked really hard so that you two could have a happy life. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
Not really. It was your choice to get married and have me. It's your responsibility as my father to take care of me. That doesn't make me love you, though. Mom taught me a good lesson, though. I know not to marry a man that doesn't make much money.
I'm gonna pay for university tuition. Shouldn't you be nicer to me?
I'm going to find another way to pay for university. I don't want to rely on you anymore. I want to cut all ties with you. I'm 18 now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I want Mom to divorce you and be happy again. If she marries her boyfriend, she can finally have the happy life she deserves.
Boyfriend? What the hell are you talking about?
Forget I said anything. Nothing. I'm busy now. I gotta go. Bye.
Let me ask you one last question. Are you saying that you no longer consider me to be your father?
I've never considered you to be my father. You just didn't know it, that's all.
What?
I've always thought that you were a loser. Never understood why Mom chose to marry you. I'm going to continue studying hard even when I go to university. I don't want to end scum like you. You didn't even go to high school. I'm embarrassed about the fact that you're so uneducated. Now that Mom is finally divorcing you, we're going to be strangers. Bye, asshole.
Thanks for letting me know how you really feel about me. I've now made the decision to divorce your mother just like she wants me to.
I need you to pack up your things and get ready to move out of the house. I was planning to wait until Lisa graduated high school, but we can't take it anymore. Since you know how we both feel, there's no need to play nice anymore. We want you out of the house as soon as possible.
Fine, if that's what you both want. But you should know that I was the one that bought this house and it's under my name.
But Lisa and I will be living here, just the two of us from now on. How about you just give up the house? You're single now. You don't need this much space. I'll be sending you the divorce papers soon.
I don't intend to fight back. I'll move out of the house just like you want me to. I'm still mad at you for the fact that you didn't give me the chance to talk about my side of the story though. But whatever, it's over between us. I'm sure you'll come to regret your decision.
As if. This is the happiest moment of my life. I should have left you sooner. Don't know why I waited so long. The only thing I ask of you now is that you pay for Lisa's university tuition.
Yes, well, I'm gonna contact the movers now so that I can move out as quickly as possible. I considered you and Lisa to be my precious family, but not anymore. I can't believe that I felt that way about you two. You didn't deserve my love.
Yes, whatever. We don't care. Please don't get in touch with us anymore.
I won't. You'll just regret kicking me out of the house, though. I can tell you that. But you both deserve whatever punishment comes your way. Bye now.
You said you were moving out today, right? How long is it going to take for you to move out? When are you going to leave the house? Could you please hurry? I want to change the locks.
Why are you so desperate? I'm starting to pity you.
Why would you say such a thing? I couldn't be happier to have you out of the house. I've already filed the divorce papers. I can't wait for this to be all over.
I'm just waiting for someone to come pick me up. I'll be out of your hair soon.
Who's coming to pick you up? You should see yourself out. We don't want to spend a minute more with you under the same roof.
My limo's here. I'm out of here.
What the hell? A limo?
Do you see it? I'm off to a board meeting and tonight I'm moving into a high-rise condo.
I'm don't get it. What's going on?
I'm moving out, just like he wanted me to. My driver came to pick me up so that I wouldn't be late for my meeting. I just wanted you to witness that since you've been making fun of me for such a long time. I'm going now.
Wait, explain to me what's going on.
Why should I? We're no longer family. I don't have an obligation to tell you. You didn't have to listen to me anymore. That's what you always wanted.
But I want to know. Tell me, why do you have a limo and a driver? It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't need to make sense to you. You had many opportunities to sit down and listen to me, but you chose not to. It's too late now. You don't need to know.
Know what? What are you hiding from me?
You assumed that I was a construction worker all these years, but I wasn't. I started my own company and I'm my own boss now. I'm very successful, you know.
What company? How did I not know this?
I'm now the CEO of a fairly large construction company.
You've got to be kidding me. Don't lie to me. You're not capable of running a successful business. I know it.
I don't care what you think of me anymore. But you're obviously intrigued. Otherwise, you wouldn't be asking me so many questions. And after seeing my limo, you're worried that what I said might be true.
Is it true, though? Are you really a CEO?
I started my own company a few years ago. And things are going really well for me. And I've diversified the business quite a bit. I'm so successful that I have my own driver that picks me up for work in a limo every day.
I bet you're lying. I only saw the limo once. You could have just rented one to try and make me jealous.
I usually ask my driver to park away from the house because I didn't want the car to be in the way of our neighbors. And up until today, I didn't want my driver knowing the exact location of my house. But since I'm moving out now, I asked my driver to come all the way to the house.
I still don't believe you. Are you really some big shot?
Yes, I am. You always look down on me, but the people that I work with all look up to me. You assumed that I didn't make much money, but you were wrong.
I guess I wasn't interested in you enough to care.
Well, you should have noticed. I put more than enough money into our bank accounts, and I let you buy anything you want with your credit card. You should have been more grateful. You shouldn't make assumptions about someone's profession without getting to know what they do. I'm really disappointed in both you and Lisa.
I had no idea you made so much money. Why didn't you tell us?
I did many times, you just weren't listening to me.
Really? Because I don't remember.
A few years back, I told you that I was starting my own company, but you laughed in my face. That was 8 years ago. I realized that you had no interest whatsoever in my life, so I stopped telling you these things. But don't worry, I won't sue, ask you to pay me alimony for cheating on me.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. Don't ever show your face in front of me ever again. Lisa is now 18 years old, which means I don't have an obligation to pay child support. I paid off our mortgage, so there really is nothing left for me to do. Now, leave me alone.
I had no idea you did so much for Lisa and I.
Also, your good-looking boyfriend who claims to be a successful businessman is a con artist, so you should be careful.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
When I found out that you were cheating on me, I hired a private investigator to look into your boyfriend. I could have asked you to pay me alimony for cheating on me, but I felt sorry for you seeing that you were dating a con artist. Besides, you're gonna need to hold on to your money now that we're divorced. I don't intend on supporting you financially ever again. Bye.
There's too much information here. I'm confused. My boyfriend is a con artist?
But if you love him anyway, I won't stop you. You're single now. You can do whatever you like. We should each enjoy the remainder of our lives.
Oh, wait. I think we need to talk.
It's too late to talk now. It's over. We're divorced, and I don't want to see you ever again. You finally got rid of me. Aren't you happy? Later, bitch!
In the end, Melanie got what she deserved. Her husband, Ted, didn't want anything to do with her anymore after how she had mistreated him all these years. She had no idea that Ted was a successful CEO, running multiple businesses. Melanie had intended on getting her boyfriend to help out with Lisa's university tuition. But since he turned out to be a con artist, things didn't go as planned. It turned out that the boyfriend had used all of Melanie's savings, and Melanie and Lisa were forced to live a life of frugality. Lisa may not even be able to go to university as planned because her mother could no longer afford it. If only the two of them had appreciated Ted's efforts more.
So it was my wedding ceremony on the 26th, you see? My old hag of a coworker ruined my special day. But of course she had to come here, didn't she?
This old hag of a coworker wouldn't be referring to me now, would it?
OMG. Oops, my bad. I accidentally messaged you, Hilda. I'm a bit careless sometimes when it comes to messaging the person I need to contact. That old hag comment? It was just a joke, don't worry about it. Please don't take that comment too seriously.
Sabrina, how can you make such a fool of me like that? I know that you've been calling me an old hag behind my back to people. You don't have to go out of your way to ruin the mood until the wedding, right? I didn't know, but if you can change what happened, would you?
Huh? What's this even about, Hilda?
Why? I wonder if other coworkers would be just as confused as I am. 1 minute rejecting everything and backing down, then standing in a corner ready to fight.
Well, I agree with you on that as I don't have much confidence in myself, you see.
Wait, what? What's that even supposed to mean?
Oh, honey, you know that everyone wanted to come to my ceremony more than some 39-year-old grandma's wedding ceremony. As an old hag, you have to worry about that sort of thing if people can't attend. It must be so difficult being you.
No, I have absolutely no worries about that, but what I'm worried about is the complete opposite.
The opposite? What do you mean by that?
By all means, Sabrina, you can call me an old hag if that pleases you. I just think that it's a little embarrassing that you're saying I ruined your wedding. Aren't you embarrassed with yourself and how much you flaunt your youth in front of me?
Me? What? Oh, Hilda, I'm not embarrassed at all. Just embarrassed that an old hag like you can even exist.
How dare you come up with such a crude remark?
If you think so, I'm very much loved by our company's boss. After all, it seems like younger women are better in general. You just getting married at the age of 39 is pushing it a lot in terms of age. Did the old hag want to get married so desperately and just chose the first man that gave her attention?
We just got married on our own time. What's wrong with that? Why do you care so strongly about age and how people do things?
Oh, honey, it's not just me. Everyone feels that way about age.
Well, it seems you have a bit of confidence if you say to me that you're loved by our boss. But do you think that all of the invited guests think fondly of you?
Naturally, of course. My guests are very fond of me. There's no way that more people would show up to your wedding ceremony than mine. If you don't like that and don't want that to happen, why don't you just change the date of your wedding then?
Us? Change our wedding date? Are you kidding me? You were the one that wanted to ruin my wedding by putting on the same day as mine. And that was without our permission. Why should I have to change our date?
I don't think you'll need to change it at all, to be honest. Because all the guests will be coming here instead. It must be such an embarrassing thing for you to deal with.
You're really getting on my nerves about this, but what if it doesn't go well and will that make you sad? Won't you regret all the things you've said and done? Are you okay with living with that?
I would prefer if you just change the date, and with that, please pay for changing the date fee that goes along with it.
But don't you think that that's being too self-centered of you? There's no need for us to pay for changing the date. I refuse to go along with this. The world doesn't revolve around you.
If you're gonna be like that, then please just cancel your wedding altogether.
We're doing no such thing just because you said so, Sabrina.
Fine. Then you should prepare to expect no guests to show up so that you're not disappointed.
No, I've just finished checking the guest list, actually. Sabrina, when it comes to your wedding, you should be checking your guests' intentions. Do you think I would regret doing this if I didn't know what my guests intended to do?
You're saying that even though all the guests are coming to my wedding. It sounds like you're doubting yourself. If you're so worried, then shouldn't you just be worrying about yourself at this time? Well, I'm just happy an old hag like you can still get married. I bet you're celebrating from the very bottom of your heart because you're so relieved about it, right? But of course, I'm getting married too, so I'm incredibly sorry I can't attend yours. So, I wish you the best of luck on your oh-so-special day.
Yeah, good luck to you too, Sabrina. Even though I can't make it to your wedding, I hope you can enjoy celebrating your marriage.
Oh, Hilda, today is our wedding ceremonies. All of my guests will be wishing the very best for my special day, so your wedding ceremony must look very sad. How do you feel about that? Sad, right? Oh, but never mind that.
Are you all right there? What are you talking about? So you didn't change the wedding date then?
Why would we have to change our wedding date? If you're so worried about it, why didn't you just take matters in your own hands and change it yourself, you old hag?
Oh, I guess that's true. Well, your ceremony's today. I hope you have a wonderful day celebrating. Sorry that I can't attend.
Why be sorry? I'm glad that you can't make it, you old lady. You'd ruin the vibe for the whole ceremony. But you must feel so bummed out, right? Since all the guests are coming to my wedding instead?
Okay, who even said that?
No one had to tell me that. I just know that's the case. Everyone decided to come to my wedding instead.
Okay, so I guess you didn't check your guest list then.
Aw, I'm sorry to ruin an old lady's wedding day. It breaks my heart to do that. All of the guests who have been invited will come here and your ceremony will be empty, you know?
Okay, but all the guests are already coming to my ceremony.
What do you mean?
The wedding's about to start and I'm getting ready to walk down the aisle. And you're coming in to brag just before the wedding gets underway. All the people from the company have come to my wedding ceremony. Maybe you didn't know that, Sabrina?
Now, wait just a second here. Is this some sort of joke? How can there be people gathering at your wedding when they decided to come to my wedding over yours?
First of all, we don't know what time your ceremony starts at, Sabrina. Also, if our colleagues were thinking of attending your wedding, then why are the seats at yours all empty, huh?
Hold up. You're making this whole thing up right now? I'm checking the guest list right now, and no one's shown up yet. Why? What's going on right now? Hilda!
I tried to tell you, Sabrina, all the guests have been coming here, and so they couldn't make it to your ceremony. Knowing all this might make you panic a little, but this is just reality, Sabrina. My ceremony's about to start, and everyone that I invited ended up coming here. Do you understand what invited means? It means they said yes, and everyone is in attendance in my wedding.
Now just wait. I can't believe this is happening. Why are you doing this to me? Did you bribe the guests?
What? No, of course not. Why would I bribe my own guests?
But I just don't get it. This is so weird. Why are all the guests attending your wedding? I thought all my guests decided they wanted to come to my wedding. Did you do all of this just so you could beat me? You're such an awful person for bribing your guests into attending your own wedding over mine.
I have no idea what you're insinuating, Sabrina, but I don't need to bribe my own guests to come to my wedding.
Well, you obviously did something like that. This is all too weird.
Would you cut it out with all the whys and how weird this all is to you? Obviously, I'm just that more popular than you, Sabrina.
Huh? Your popularity is non-existent, though.
Okay, well, it is. Look at it this way, Sabrina. You were talking about how great it is that all the guests were going to attend your wedding. And then when you go to check the list, you see that no one has shown up. Don't you think you're being too irresponsible? Don't you see that them not showing up is not the same as giving them a chance to refuse an invitation?
No, but I didn't think everyone would refuse to come to my wedding. I thought that everyone was definitely coming to mine. Oh my god. I expected the boss to come to my wedding. He is way more fond of me than he is of you.
He might have told you that, my dear, but he's at my wedding ceremony too. Along with everyone else.
No way. Are you serious?
He cried and was over the moon to hear about my marriage, so I assume that means he's quite fond of me as well.
What on earth are you talking about? What What is there to be fond of when it comes to a 39-year-old hag? You're completely delusional. He adores me way more than you.
But in reality, he's at my wedding ceremony. The boss is kind to everyone, so I can understand why you've been completely misunderstood. When I was a new employee, he was my mentor, so we're quite close.
He was your mentor? This can't be true.
We've known each other for a long time, so it makes sense that he came to my ceremony. There's no doubt about it, he wanted to attend mine. Why didn't you check the attendance list way before the ceremony was to go ahead? If you did, couldn't this all have been prevented?
No, it wouldn't have. Maybe it wouldn't have.
I see, so you didn't think anything of it. The fact that I calmly pointed out to you plunged you into a stutter. It's quite an unexpected thing to happen, isn't it? If you think about it a little harder, this whole thing might have been easier for you to understand.
That's enough out of you. Even if I'm blamed for all of this, it doesn't mean you aren't causing trouble. Stop that wedding right now and get everyone over here for mine.
What? Why would I do that?
There is no need for you to have a wedding that's so extravagant. You're having a wedding and so are we, and we hardly have any guests here.
And because of that, you want me to cancel my wedding. But it seems like you're the ones that need to cancel your wedding since no one has shown up.
You don't care about anyone but yourself. How could something like this happen to me? I thought that I could embarrass you by making my wedding on the same day so no one would attend. I never in my wildest dreams expected this to happen. How am I completely embarrassed? This is all your fault. You're so cruel. I can never forgive you for this.
We're going to have some trouble if you're going to continue blaming me for this. Look, there's nothing you can do, and that's all I can say. We literally just about are to start the ceremony, and I need to meet my husband at the end of the aisle, so if you'll excuse me.
What? Wait, come back. You can't just run away from this. What am I supposed to do about my wedding?
Sabrina, I don't know what to do about that, but isn't it better to only have a few people attending the wedding? It's not the fault of having such a small group of people there. It's your fault.
But I'm so much younger and prettier than you. It would be better for everyone to come to my wedding. Why has this happened to me and not you? Why would anyone want to go to your wedding? Why would anyone want to see an old hag like you in a wedding dress? It would look so terrible.
Sabrina, let me be clear about something, all right? Having a bad personality is very much linked to how popular you are.
What do you mean by that? You mean I have a bad personality? So that makes me not a popular person?
If you were a popular person, you wouldn't have gotten yourself into this situation. With just a click of the fingers, you're not popular because you boast about how youthful you are, and people despise that. You act like you look down on people. That you're better than everyone. Don't you know that the people around you are sick and tired of that, Sabrina?
People are saying they're sick and tired of me?
Of course they do. You call the people that are older than you old hags, and you take people's spotlight by planning weddings on the same day as theirs. Isn't that just someone who has a terrible personality? Have you ever thought about what other people think about you? Isn't it better to try and understand how they feel and get along with them rather than putting them down? How about you think about that from now on, okay?
How dare you say those sorts of things to me? You're so annoying. I never want to see your face again, you old hag. I'm just going to resign from the company. I want nothing to do with you. It's so cruel that no one would come to my wedding.
You're the one that didn't check the guest list before the ceremony. That's your own mistake.
When you say something like that, I have nothing to say in return.
If it weren't for my wedding being on the same day, who would have actually shown up to watch you get married, huh? Oh well, it's too late to say something like that now. If you want to quit your job, then feel free to do so.
Really? You're not gonna stop me?
There'll be no one to have troubles with anymore if you do quit. And with that, I hope you enjoy your teeny tiny little wedding ceremony. In the end, the wedding ceremony was held in an awkward and empty-seated room. The groom's side and his relatives were wondering what was going on since no one showed up. When the situation was explained to the groom, he was dumbfounded. Despite being newlyweds, it seemed like the couple's relationship was a bit turbulent.
As she'd been totally embarrassed by the whole situation, the next day she tried to quit the company as if she was running away from her problems. Unable to stand the gazes of those around her, she cried and some mysterious drama unfolded in the office. It seemed that she completely disappeared and her colleagues were still taking her leaving as a joke. Hilda and the other coworkers don't know where she is and what she's doing now. It would be nice if she wasn't boasting at her young age. However, a person like her seems to never want to learn from what she's done wrong.